Hey there, I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. Welcome to Coffee with Connie. Hope you guys are having a great start to your Tuesday. I love getting on talking to you guys in the morning about things that come up about real estate. So I own a title company and I've done that for a long time, but because I've done it for a long time, I have a lot of experience with a lot of pieces to the puzzle. So when people ask questions or when things come up, I like to talk to you guys about those things because it may spur a question that you have, or it may be something that you didn't know an answer out there, or you didn't even know that somebody else may have the question. So maybe you wanted to ask that. So I wanted to talk this morning about I'm starting to look at buying a home. This is maybe my first time, or maybe I've done this a lot of times. How do I know how to choose the right people to work with? Hey, Beth, how are you? Good morning. And Beth is a great professional to be working with. Good morning, Brian. How are you this morning? Brian's another amazing professional that would be great to work with. So what I wanted to talk about this morning is the three pieces that come together to help you find that perfect piece of real estate. So obviously, you want to figure out where you want to live, because that's really important. And before you pick that real estate professional, you might want to do a little bit of that research. You may live in a particular community and you know that you want to be somewhere in that area, but do you want to be out on a farm? Do you want to be in a residential area where there's a lot of homes and maybe a community center? So you need to know some of those kind of things going in. But let's talk about the professionals a little bit, because there's a lot of great professionals in this industry, and we work primarily in Maryland and Virginia, and there's a lot of really good professionals and that can provide you all types of information. But where you would normally start is, like I said, you want to start looking at where do you want to live and what you're going to do, what you want out of that area that you want to live in. Hey there, Tony. How are you this morning? Good morning, Miss Lisa, another great real estate professional in Virginia. Lisa works. So thank you guys for tuning in. So first I want to talk about the real estate professional, because a lot of time, there's a lot of real estate people out there and you get a lot of information, and sometimes we're just a little bit overloaded with all of that. So first you want to start with the people that you know, because they probably, if you know someone that's purchased a home, they may know someone that they've personally worked with. And so we all know somebody that's in the real estate industry. But what I ask you is talk to that person that's referring. What did you like about that person? What didn't you like? And then interview those real estate professionals, because you may have the best real estate professional as far as, we all go online and look at reviews and information about people. And let me tell you about that, just for a second. If you like somebody, you need to go on and review that person on Yelp, on Google, on Facebook. And the reason is because that person wants that review, if they did a good job, just as much as you like to go on and review people's jobs, or businesses, or different types of things you may want to purchase. We all look at the reviews. So if you worked with someone you really liked, go on and review them, because a lot of the other people coming behind you will look at those reviews and actually take stock in that. So first of all, if you're looking for a real estate professional, go to your family and friends and say, hey, who did you work with and why? Tell me why you liked working with that person. Not just that, hey, this is my sister's cousin's brother, because maybe that person you want to help out, but maybe they don't have a lot of experience in the real estate business. And so this is a really big deal, and that person is going to do a lot of work to try to help you find that perfect dream home, and you want to make sure that's the right person for you. And then once you find those referrals, then sit down with those real estate professionals and talk with them about the things you like and the things you don't like. And the reason for that is because just because you may see that someone has the greatest reviews, someone referred them to you, and they sound like the perfect person, and they very well could be, but it may not be the right personality for you. Everyone has a different personality coming to the table. That's what makes us all great human beings, is that we all bring different pieces. So when you're looking for that real estate professional, you want to find one that fits your understanding, your personality. They understand how to work with you, and everybody works on those kind of things differently. So once you find that real estate professional, that's a little bit of a task, but it's really, really important, because that person's going to work really hard to help you find the right home. Hey there, Anita. Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. So once you find that real estate professional, then you're going to start going to look at homes. Obviously, that's the hard part, is going to find the right home. And there are lots of homes out there, but the housing market has really heated up, and so things aren't staying on the market very long. So do your legwork beforehand as far as the realtor, because a good realtor who knows what you want and what you're looking for is going to be able to find that dream home to show you, so you're not looking at a bunch of things that don't fit the needs that you have. So let's move on. You've found the right realtor. That realtor knew you and learned about you, so they were able to find you the dream home. You were able to make an offer, and in that process, before you actually found your home, you should start thinking about the mortgage person. Why is that? Well, again, you want some referrals from people that you know, because there's some great mortgage professionals out there. But here's the key. You're going to give that person all of your personal and private information, because that's the only way they're going to approve your loan. So you need to start talking to somebody very early on, probably right on the heels of talking to your realtor, or maybe even before finding a realtor, to find the right mortgage professional for you. Because when you want to go purchase that home and make an offer on it, you need to be prepared with your mortgage approval information. So when you find that mortgage person is going to actually go through your information and provide you with an approval based on a certain amount that you can actually borrow and a certain value of home that you can actually buy. And then the realtor actually knows better what homes to show you. So when we talk about looking for the right realtor, right on the heels of that, I want you to be looking for the lender as well, and interview those lenders, because again, they all work for different companies that have different rules, and you want to make sure that the personality works for you, that they do have good reviews, that people have worked with them, and that they can give you good information, and that they have a lot of experience in the industry, because there is so many nuances to borrowing money to buy a home, and there's so many different opportunities, there's so many different loan types out there, there's so much different information that could really open up some doors on maybe what kind of homes you could actually purchase. And again, if you've worked with a mortgage professional that you just thought they were off the chart, go online and find their information and review them, because all of us go and look at reviews, and they need your review as well. And the hardest thing being in a business is to get someone to actually write a review for you. So if somebody you've worked with was great, go on and tell the world about how great they were. If nothing else, give them 5 stars. But if you have an extra 5 seconds to write out just a little bit about why you liked working with them, that helps as well. So I definitely encourage you to do that. So you've found out how much you qualify for, you found the right realtor, and now you're going to search for the home, and you found the home that you've got to have. That realtor did a great job, really understood your information, and has helped you find the perfect house you just can't live without. You can afford it, and now you're going to make the offer. So you make the offer, the seller accepts the offer, maybe there's some negotiations in there, and now you're off to the races. So now some things have to happen. The lender's going to require some more paperwork from you to get that approval solidified. Some information, some certifications are going to have to happen. The lender may require some things be done, particularly the appraisal, because they need to make sure the home really is worth what they're going to loan you for it and what you've made the offer for. So those kind of things are going to happen through the process. The next thing that you need to do is choose who's going to do your closing. And again, this can be a referral situation, because it is a lot of the times. Your realtor may say, hey, here's 3 companies I work with. They're all fantastic. You can call and make a choice. And a lot of times, being a title company, I can speak to this directly, but a lot of times people will call us and ask for costs and those types of things, which are an important piece of the puzzle. Absolutely. But the thing I want you to look at is the things that title company brings to the table. How long have they been in business? What's their claim history? What do reviews say about them? Because the closing is not just about how well do they pull all the pieces of the closing together. That is really great, because you're excited, you're looking forward to moving into that house, and all those things that happen, they do that. So what happens is we actually take the package, once the contract is written and the loan is in the process of being approved, we actually start working on the title side, and we do a search of the land records to make sure that the people who think that they own what they own, they actually do own, that no one else has an interest that isn't included in the paperwork, that there is no liens or judgments against those owners. The property is the property you think you're buying. The size of the property is what you thought it was going to be. Hey there, Shannon. How are you this morning? Thanks for tuning in. Good morning, Mr. Steve, another great real estate professional. Good morning. So all of these things we're looking for when we do a search of the land records, the title of that or the ownership chain of that property. So that's a really big piece. And then we're also coordinating all of the people that are in this project. The realtor, the lender, the buyers, the seller, the seller's realtor. We are coordinating all of those people for timing, paperwork, money, and information to make sure everything comes together so your closing goes smoothly and it happens when you want it to. But here's the other piece that a lot of people don't understand and why it's so important. You have the right to choose who does your closing. And it's absolutely really important that you understand that and you make that choice. And the reason is because when everybody goes home and closing is over and you're moved into your house and everything is great and exciting, and this time of the year you're starting to do some landscaping and decorate inside, decorate outside, all of these fun, exciting things are going on in your new home. And there is a person or a business that comes and says, hey, you know what? We have an ownership interest in this property and you either owe us money or we're going to have to ask you to leave because we own this property. Or we have a driveway that's supposed to be going through the side of this property right where you just put your new flower bed and your trees. Or your shed is actually on my property, the new neighbor next door, or your fence is on my property. All of these things that could happen after closing, you can only guarantee you're protected if you deal with a company that is very reputable, has been around for a long time, has a very low claims history about those kind of things happening, has some great reviews. Not only is it about the money, because you wouldn't choose your best homeowner's insurance just by the pricing. You would choose it because you want to make sure your home is protected. And the same is true with the company that does your closing. So just as important to pick the realtor and to pick your lender and to find that right home is it to choose who does your closing, because that's going to protect you for as long as you own the property. That company that does that closing, you want to make sure they've been around and they're not going anywhere. So those are some pieces that I hope maybe you didn't think about, or maybe the process that you didn't think about. And some of the real estate professionals or the mortgage professionals that have tuned in could chime in. That'd be great. As I've said to you many times, I don't purport to know everything there is about real estate and mortgages. I've been doing it for a while and I have seen some different things. And so I just try to share some information that might spur a question or a thought for you, or maybe something you don't understand. And I just wanted to throw some information out there for you. So I know the real estate market is really heating it up and it's getting beautiful outside and people are really starting to look at homes or think about buying a home or all these different pieces. And so it's time for us to start thinking about talking about that stuff. So hopefully I gave you a little something to chew on today. As we've said several times, every month this year, we're launching a new piece of content that hopefully can help you buying a piece of real estate, selling a piece of real estate, maybe answer some questions. And in April, we actually launched our 10 most frequently asked questions about closing. So it's in our social media. It's on our website. About halfway down, it says what's new. You can click on it and download that information. There's an email that's been going out about it. So there's lots of good information on our website, www.footetitlegroup.com. Go to the buyer or the seller or the realtor's page and go to the resources and you can download any of that stuff. So hopefully I've helped you a little bit with something new, some new information that maybe you didn't know. And if you thought it was valuable, please share. I would love it if you would share the video. It helps me talk to people that you know. So hopefully I helped you. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your time. I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. And this is Coffee with Connie. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.